Start today. Sponsored by Bitterroot Furniture. Drive a little, save a lot.
Yeah, time for your morning sprint. Brooke has weather in our headlines. The Helena, Lewis and Clark National Forest is reporting a grizzly bear encounter in the KC Meadows area. Somebody reported a grizzly charging a visitor. Park rangers ask you to go a different way if you're happening to visit the KC Meadows area. And just overall, if you're out in our backcountry, carry bear spray, make noise, stay alert, and store food the right way. A turkey hunter is recovering with bruises after a mother moose attacked him. Idaho Fish and Game is trying to figure out the full extent of the moose's injury. The hunter says he inadvertently startled her along the Snake River south of Idaho Falls. He fired 2 warning shots, but the moose kept charging and knocked him to the ground. He fired a third, and that hit the moose, and it ran off. Fish and Game is putting a number of warning signs near boat ramps along the Snake River. Montana's under a disaster declaration right now. More than 2 inches of water flooded northern and central Montana from widespread rain and snow. 5 to 7 inches pounded certain spots. The governor says it's damaged some critical and electrical infrastructure. Energy keepers are clearing the way for Flathead Lake to reach full pool. The Army Corps of Engineers lifted flood control restrictions in response to a dry year expected. Energy keepers say that Flathead Lake is looking to reach full pool in a few weeks, but conditions will likely dry out more over the summer. Officials don't expect any downstream flooding from this. Well, today, Corvallis invites you to its 104th Memorial Day Parade. This year's theme is military animals, including dogs, horses, and dolphins. Lineups start at 7:30 this morning with more calls out for motorcyclers, and then the parade will go through the crowd starting at 10 a.m. Still no word on what started a large equipment shop fire near the Burt Mooney Airport over the weekend near Butte. Butte, Silverbow, and Atherton fire departments got the fire out in about an hour, even though power knocked out the security gates, and that slowed them getting in. Emergency responders report no injuries. In Kalispell, the Flathead County Fairgrounds is trying to figure out what events it can host after engineers inspect the grandstands. Right now, the covered grandstands and the infield bleachers are closed. Officials say the fairgrounds arena and seating are visibly worn. The north bleachers were deemed unsafe for this year's upcoming event season. Construction's underway for a new multi-use agriculture building in Bozeman. It will house labs for the Montana Departments of Livestock and Agriculture and MSU. It will replace existing lab facilities that are more than 70 years old. And one final story here before we go over to Brooke. I'm clicking on the current status of the Beartooth Highway. Right now, the Montana road conditions map shows it's still closed beyond Vista Point to the Wyoming state line, but there are about 4 switchbacks open up to Vista Point. Montana had hoped to open the full scenic byway by last Friday, but our heavy, intense snow delayed that idea. The highway connects Red Lodge to the northeast entrance of Yellowstone National Park.
Well, the time is 6:58 on your Memorial Day. Temperatures are going to be in the 70s today, 75 in Missoula. We'll be at 72 in Polson, 68 for you in Butte, mostly sunny skies. High pressure is in control. It's going to remain in place through Tuesday. Tuesday, we do have the threat of a couple of thunderstorms during the afternoon, then some cooler temperatures and a little wet weather as we make our way into your Wednesday. Here's your 10-day forecast. 85 for a high Tuesday in Missoula, only in the 50s and 60s behind our next weather maker. As we head into the end of the week and weekend, make some outdoor plans for the upcoming weekend because we're jumping back into the mid to upper 70s with dry skies on tap for your Saturday and Sunday. For Bozeman, your 10-day forecast, mostly sunny skies and hot on Tuesday with a high of 80 degrees. Thunderstorms and some showers on Wednesday. Temperatures turning cooler. We've got highs in the 50s on Thursday with overnight low temperatures flirting with the freezing mark by Friday morning. But by the time the weekend rolls around, we'll jump back into the mid 70s.